Okay. Okay. The young lady who will be speaking here, this video is about 10 minutes long, a little bit shorter than the Albert Johnson one, but the impact hopefully is the same. Please listen to her. Please listen to her and her heart, and what people told her. And please listen to it. Excuse me. Please listen to it. Please listen to your heart and everything else. And I'll come back at the end to talk a little bit.
Hello, my name is Autumn, and I'm 16 and would like to talk to you about an article recently posted by Teen Vogue called "What to Get a Friend Post-Abortion." And since I'm a teen, this was directed towards me and I would like to respond. The point of the article is to make the situation seem as lighthearted and nonchalant as possible in order to convince girls my age that abortion is no big deal. Well, we need to clarify one thing first. Abortion is a big deal, a very big deal. And to say it is not is simply feeding us a lie. Right off the bat, Teen Vogue said, quote, "Look, making this decision is never simple, and having to make it as a teenager is more than a little terrifying, but it shouldn't have to be so scary," unquote. Okay, which is it? Is it more than a little terrifying, or is it not so scary? You can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. So the article said it doesn't have to be so scary, but I think we can all agree abortion is scary. No one skips into that room as if they're getting their hair highlighted or their nails painted. And just for the record, the thought of going into a room and having my baby surgically removed from my body is both terrifying and scary. And none of these gifts would make me feel better. And if they did make me feel better, that would mean I need serious counseling. Teen Vogue, you should be held accountable for this disgusting and disrespectful article. You trivialized an issue that leaves millions of women struggling every day. Such a blasé approach hurts women who regret their abortions. It minimizes their pain. So let's go through a couple of the ideas for post-abortive girls provided by Teen Vogue. Gift number 1, a funny movie. Let's look what this is saying. We understand that you had a rough day, so here's a funny movie to get your mind off of it. You know when this would be appropriate? After your friend got their wisdom teeth taken out, not after they've had an abortion. How offensive to think a comedy would be a good antidote for the pain your friend might be feeling. Number 2, underwear that you can rock after your abortion. Now this one is pretty unbelievable, so I'm going to read a part of the article for you. Quote, "If you haven't already heard about Think's underwear, then I'm about to rock yo world. These revolutionary panties allow you to free bleed like our foremothers wished they could. Technically they're made for your period, but that's no reason not to rock them for your post-abortion woes, especially because there will be blood," unquote. Do I even need to explain why this is so deplorable? The language and flippant tone is appalling. Who would even consider rocking underwear after experiencing an abortion? Yes, there will be blood, because that's what happens after a pregnancy ends, and it's traumatizing. And cool underwear won't fix it or make it all better. Number 3, angry uterus heating pad. This is a heating pad shaped as a uterus with an angry, mad face on it. Teen Vogue said, quote, "Likely worse than any period symptoms you've ever experienced. You'll love it. It's like 2 throbbing hot balls of lead are trying to escape your body, all while your stomach contracts over and over again. Huzzah," unquote. Remember in the beginning of the article when they said abortion doesn't have to be so scary? Well, this sounds pretty scary to me. A creepy little gag gift is not going to counteract the feelings of hot lead balls escaping your body. Number 4, girl power hat. Is this really the time for that? I just ended my baby's life. Girl power. Are they insinuating that girls who celebrate their abortions understand girl power more than girls who regret them or refuse to have them? And by the way, how many aborted babies have been girls? What about their rights? When do girls begin to have power? And how powerful do you have to be to destroy the most helpless of people? To me, abortion seems like the opposite of girl power. It is the most invasive and degrading thing that could happen to a girl. And my version of girl power is knowing that I am valuable and precious. I am grateful I was allowed to live, and I want all girls and boys to have that same right. This is a human rights issue, not a girl power movement. Number 5, F uterus pin. Yep, you heard that right. An F uterus pin. I see a hidden motive here. They mentioned that this would be an armor in which to defend yourself against insensitive jerks asking about why you've had an abortion. 1, how would they even know you've had an abortion? I guess unless you're wearing an F uterus pin. And 2, some of the proceeds go to Planned Parenthood. So I think the motive here is to support Planned Parenthood rather than being there for your friend. 6, become an abortion clinic escort. In no way are children qualified to escort someone into a clinic to have an abortion. Teen Vogue, are you really encouraging teens to go be abortion escorts? Do you really think we, minors, have the tools to deal with that kind of pressure on an ongoing basis? Number 7, a needle point that reads, we won't go back. I am only 16 and know that guilt follows women for years after abortions. And I also know a cross-stitch isn't going to change that. But this article said, quote, there is nothing to be ashamed of or feel guilty about. If girls are being told this, no wonder our culture has become so desensitized to the idea of taking the life of a baby. It's only after it happens and the guilt plagues them and the depression drags them down that they look at the cross-stitch on the wall that their friend gave them and think, I actually wish I could go back. But sadly by then it's too late, and the we won't go back turns into we can't go back, which unfortunately is something women only realize after they've had an abortion. This article made light of a heart-wrenching issue. Trivializing abortion doesn't do anyone any good. Joking about it is incredibly offensive to all involved. Do you know what I want to tell girls who've had abortions? I want them to know that there are organizations out there that will help them where they're at. There are places that will provide counseling, such as Rachel's Vineyard, a safe place to renew, rebuild, and redeem hearts broken by abortion. The national hotline for abortion recovery is 866-482-LIFE. And for local pregnancy resource centers in your area, visit healingafter.com and enter your zip code. And for those of you in high school and college, you can join me and get involved in Students for Life. This is a wonderful way for us young people to be involved in the pro-life movement. If you know someone who has had an abortion, don't buy them a gag gift and disguise it as a celebration. Treat it for what it is, a terrible loss. Go sit with her in her grief. Pray for her. Remind her of God's redemption and comfort her in her suffering. Offer your friendship and promise to help her find healing. No matter what stance you have on abortion, it should never be treated with such nonchalance as this piece did. And if you are considering an abortion, remember, circumstances change. You won't always feel this afraid, and there are so many options and resources for you, such as adoption. My sister is adopted, and I cannot imagine my life without her. Her life is a gift to us. You have the power to choose life. And where there is life, there is always hope.
You heard her. You heard her. You heard her. You heard her and her voice. She spoke from her heart. You heard her heart about abortion, how it hurts. You heard her heart. I'm asking you, as people who are pro-life, you heard her voice. Pray. You want to connect with the address you talked about? Connect. Start a group in your church or in your community. Stand up for the baby in the room. That baby in the room is very precious. The baby after it's born is very precious. A lot of things are happening in the world right now. A lot of things I'll be talking about piece by piece by piece by piece. And hopefully I'll have the so-called co-host somebody stand with me and help me as I discuss these issues. It's hard to do it. It's not hard to do it, it's easier when you have somebody with you. I'm not going to be discouraged if nobody wants to stand or help me discuss issues like this. Again, a lot of issues I'll be talking about in the future. Again, we'll talk about that more in the future. But please, the last two I uploaded with Albie Johnson and this one here, please give comments, listen to their voice, listen to what they're saying. And like I said, I am connected with the pro-life group in California. And I called them once a couple days ago. I'm going to call them back again. I'm a type of person that I keep calling until I get an answer. Again, they're pro-life. That's not the issue. They're pro-life. But why can't we come together as one? Because our goal is the same, to stop abortion. And stop, like the abortion pill, RU44, I have to get the proper name for that, the abortion pill here in Canada. I think it's in Canada anyway, I know it's in the States, but this abortion pill, you get in the mail. You take the abortion pill and it does abortion, the pill somehow, I'm no doctor, the abortion pill somehow kills the baby, and the baby comes out the other end. And you watch the Albert Johnson story, or true story, I think it's on figure, but I forget the name of the movie offhand, but it's out there. They gave her that abortion pill. And matter of fact, and see if we can do a clip of that, just that part of it, what she went through. I'm going to try to, I got to have the movie on to find the clips that I can play that. So again, let's pray. And I'll give a couple of verses, another 15 verses. I did the first one. There's another set of verses that talks about life in general and everything else. So I'm going to read them off and say a quick prayer, and then we'll call it for now, and we'll talk about it. Let me bring those verses up again. Okay, I'm going to do another 16. I'll do another set. Again, Exodus 20:13, Deuteronomy, D-U-T, chapter 5, verse 17, Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16 to 19. Please look them up. Exodus 23, verse 7. Romans, that's a good book to read. 13, verse 9. The book of Matthew, 26, verse 52. Genesis, verse 9. Genesis chapter 9, verse 5 to 6. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 21. Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 29. 1 John, I never thought of this one. 1 John, chapter 3, verse 15. Leviticus, chapter 24, verse 17. Numbers, never thought of this one for a pro-life thing. Chapter 35, verse 33. And Proverbs 28:17. Those another set verses and I just read off. Again, I'll say a quick prayer and everything else. Again, I have a habit of repeating myself here. Please watch watch all the videos, but the last two is very important. Please leave comments and everything else on both sides of the issue. Of course, I'm pro-life, so I'm not going to change my mind, but I'm interested in your opinion and where you're hurting. Maybe you're hurting. Maybe you are. If you are, find a prayer partner or a friend you can pray with and help you through your past abortion. And men, I'm talking about the men of God also, stand with your wife. She may have an abortion before she met you, and she's scared to talk about it. Don't be scared to hear her out. Don't be scared to hear her voice. Pray together if she had before you met her. Even after you met her, she happened to have an abortion. Or during your marriage. Pray together for forgiveness and healing. Please, please, please. Take care, God bless, and we'll talk to you soon.